Hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk about things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. In this video, we're going to talk about how you can release the need for your manifestation. Because as soon as you release the need for it and the craving, the feeling like you can't live without it, once you can let go of that feeling, not just the thoughts, but the feeling inside of you, that's when you allow space and you release resistance and it can come into your reality. So we're going to talk about that in this video. I am fresh out of the shower, don't mind my hair, but I was thinking, I do my best thinking while I'm driving, while I'm walking, and while I'm showering or taking a bath. And I just had this profound moment that I was like, I have to film right now. And I'm intuitive, and you guys know I do my intuitive card readings, but when I think something and I feel it, I have to share it. So here we go. How to release the need for your desire. So let's say you're manifesting a special person. The first thing that we have to lean into is the fact that we have to be okay if we are going to be alone forever. We know that's not our reality, but in the present moment, we have to be okay with being by ourselves. We can't feel alone, because when you're with your special person and you're married and you're finally starting your life together that you've always wanted, you have to be, well, I should say this, you cannot be codependent in that partnership. There's so many married couples out there right now that they are on this pattern loop of constantly checking in with each other, knowing where each other are. What are you doing? What are we doing for dinner? And it's like this habitual thing that they just have to be together and they have to do everything together. And that's not true sacred union or partnership. Sacred union is two whole beings traveling through life. They're parallel. The sex, the passion, that is all there, right? But when they wake up in the morning, they don't revolve their day around the other person. They have their own lane. They are doing their own things. They know what lights them up because we're two individual beings. And when we find what lights us up, we wake up excited to do it. And that could be parenting. It could be helping out at a food bank. It could be going for walks, maybe teaching people how to work out. Whatever your passion is, your person has their own passion. And sometimes when two people meet and they get married, they're meeting in this, and my ears are ringing right now. So this is definitely a message you need to hear. Holy cow. This is so loud. Okay. So people that meet when they don't have their true mission or their purpose, or they're not fully healed and they're living from their traumas and their pain, they bond with this other person and they get married, and it ends up being a temporary marriage because it's what they needed at that time. And they're not waking up doing their own thing. They are so codependent and they're immersed in each other. And that's where things become toxic. That's where people start to obsess about each other. And when one starts to pull away, the other one is like, get back here. You are not going anywhere. I am going to follow you. I'm going to go through your phone. I'm going to make sure I know where you are, because when you pull away from a trauma bond, people are not okay because they're not okay in their own lane on their own. So when we're manifesting a special person, we don't want to be this. We don't want to be immersed in somebody else's life. So before we call this partner in, we have to be okay on our own, doing our mission in our own lane. And then the person comes into our reality because we're already driving, right? You guys are all manifesting your special person, and you're in your car, you've got the music on, the windows are down, you're dancing, you're living your life. You're fine without another car next to you, right? You are whole, you are happy, and you are dancing. You're manifesting things left and right. Life is just awesome. You're not broken down on the side of the road crying every day that you don't have another car with you, or you don't have another car that can tow your car. So I hope that makes sense. Like, you don't need anybody else, but you're just in your car knowing that you can fix it, you can put gas in it, you can pay for it, living your life, and then somebody comes along and they match that energy. They're also in a state of feeling good about themselves. And sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're a little bit further back on the path, but the universe is kind of aligning you two together and you're driving along. One person's a little bit maybe more spiritually awakened, or the other person is just starting to do a little bit of healing, or maybe they're starting to open up their mindset to the healing journey and what's possible and manifesting. And you don't just quickly jump into their car and start living their life, and they don't do the same for you. And that's a healthy relationship. So when we're manifesting that relationship, that sacred union, that true partnership where the sex and the passion is on fire, but you're also able to separate and go your separate ways during the day, and then you can't wait to share your day with each other at night, you have to be okay before that love arrives on your own. You have to be living that life so that when that person pulls up next to you, it doesn't change your path. You're still moving on that road, and they're just along, cheering you on, kissing you every now and then, nurturing you, giving you whatever you need, and you're doing the same thing back. It is not a codependent. You don't need them to make your car run. They don't need you because they can do it on their own. And that is how we manifest a healthy partnership. So be mindful of what you're calling in. You don't want to call in a trauma bond, somebody who's going to cling on to you. We want freedom. We all want freedom in our lives. We want financial freedom. We want freedom in our partnerships. We don't want to be somebody that tries to hold somebody back from doing their mission, because essentially this kind of bond, those two people are hindering their growth. They can't grow like this. Somebody's pulling them down. And one person has to take the step to pull out and just be like, okay, I'm done with this partnership. I need to break up. I need to get a divorce. And sometimes that's jobs too. Sometimes a job can hold you back from moving along in your car. So when we're calling in and when we're releasing the need for our manifestation, we have to be okay without it. We have to be okay with the idea that, okay, I'm driving, I'm dancing, I don't need anything else in my life. I am completely happy, but if I'm driving and I see a beautiful field of sunflowers, I'm going to stop and pick up some. That might be your manifestation. Why not pick some up? But if I don't have those flowers, it's not going to make my ride less fun. You're just adding things along the way. Then you might stop at a food place and get some delicious food. And these are all representing just manifestations that are coming into your path as you're driving. You come across a beautiful field, you come across a beautiful restaurant, maybe you come across a beautiful shop to buy clothes. The universe starts bringing you all of these wonderful things because you're moving and you're not staying still in this, and you're not codependent on somebody else, and you're not obsessing about somebody else. You're just wanting the best for your person. And you're okay when they're out doing their thing. And maybe you're at home. You're not sitting there at home doing nothing. You have your own mission. So that is one huge way to release the need for a special person. So that's just one example with the special person. Now let's move into, let's say, money. Maybe you can't pay your bills. Maybe you're constantly having to ask people for money, or maybe you're like paycheck to paycheck. You can pay your bills. It's just tight. And you really feel like you need the money, and you're waking up every day going, I need this money. I need it. And then I'm here saying, release your neediness. You can do it. You don't have to have it. And you probably want to punch me in the face. But I'm here to tell you that when you're manifesting money, and I've gotten really good at this lately, I've been manifesting I want to say large amounts because I want to manifest that for myself. I've been manifesting large amounts, but I've been manifesting small amounts too. But I've been manifesting magical money that I don't have to work for. And it's just kind of pouring into my life. And what has worked for me is when I'm doing my mundane tasks throughout my day, and I don't want to call them mundane because every part of my day is fun. If you followed me around for a day, there would be a lot of dancing. There would be a lot of music when I'm by myself, a lot of helping people. And when I'm doing those things, I am not thinking about, I need money, I need money, I need money. I am thinking about, I'm so grateful for what I have. I'm so grateful that I have a couch. I'm so grateful that I have running water. I'm so grateful that I have power. And I tune into my gratitude. And if my anxiety starts to build, because bills are real, paying your bills is a 3D thing that we all have to do. And when the money's not in the account, what do we do in that moment? And this is what you do. You pause, hand on your heart, hand on your belly, and you take a deep breath and you think about what you're grateful for. I am grateful that I was able to pay my bills last month. Let me look back and see where that money came from. Did the universe hook me up and give me a little extra money right at the last minute? I know that's going to happen again. I'm not going to stress. The universe pays my bills. I feel good and I trust and I know the money will come at the very last minute. And if you didn't know this, I'm here to tell you that you're being taken care of. You are always being taken care of. If you look back at all the things that have happened in your past when you thought money was tight or when you thought you weren't going to get this job, things happen at the last minute when you least expect it. It's darkest before dawn. There's a reason for that saying, you guys. And it's because you are always being guided and taken care of. So when you're in that moment where the money's not there and you've got bills to pay, you pause, you breathe, you put your body in a feeling state, and you just show gratitude for how everything has worked out in the past. And then you lean on your faith and you say, okay, I trust that in this situation that I'm in right now, things will be taken care of. I don't need to do anything right now to take action. I will be moved with inspired action when the time is right. So that is how you shift your thoughts in the moment. So now I'm going to move into how do you release the need for it when you're going to bed, when you're getting a shower, when you're driving and your thoughts are running, right? How do we release that need? So what we do is we just completely, so this kind of works with the law of assumption. We assume that we already have it. So you go in your mind to a space that the money was somehow deposited into your account, or you imagine somebody handing you a check, or maybe the bill collector doesn't call. You're not seeing the number pop up on your phone, or you just start to do these imaginal acts of the best case scenario. And you go there while you're driving, while you're showering, while you're doing the dishes, and you just get excited thinking about, why can't I create this? If my thoughts create my next moment, then why shouldn't I be thinking positive thoughts about what could happen instead of staying in the mindset of, I don't have it, I need it, I need it, I need it. Because when you're saying that, you're creating that in the future. So if you're saying, I need, you're telling the universe you're without. And then the universe is going to bring you evidence of that. It's going to bring you more bills to prove that you are without. So we have to tune out those thoughts. They're going to pop in because it's your reality. You have to pay your bills and you might not have the money, but you can tune out those thoughts and start to daydream all the magical ways you could get the money. Or you can just completely distract yourself, take a nap, go do something mindless to get your mind off of it, and lean on your faith and know that the universe will show up at the very last minute and help you pay that bill. Trust me, it happens all the time. You just have to be aware of it. So when we're leaning on our faith and we're trusting and we're doing our imaginal acts and we're imagining that what we want to create, we're not saying I need anymore. We're releasing the need for anything. We're okay on our own. We're grateful. We're driving in our car. We're able to pay for gas, even though gas is bonkers right now. But we're able to drive our car. We're picking up beautiful things along the way. And we're just showing gratitude. And we're saying, I'm driving right now and I don't need anything else. I am completely whole and happy. And to end this video, this is the most important piece. Not even relating to the spiritual journey or to the manifesting journey. This is for the spiritual journey, your evolution as a soul, who you are. If you think that you need something outside of you to bring you joy and to make you happy, you will forever be searching for that. You will receive those things and they will leave you disappointed. You think you want the person because it's going to make you happy, but it won't. You think you want the money because you think it'll make you happy, but it won't. Those types of people end up losing the money. Those types of people end up being miserable in the partnership. They might get it, but it doesn't last long, or they're not feeling good while they have it. So I invite all of you and encourage all of you, how can you fill up your own cup and lean on your faith with the universe and find ways to be okay on your own? Leaning into that, really feeling like I'm okay. I'm okay. I can do this. I believe in a higher power. I know that it's always bringing me my next steps. I might not be able to see the road in front of me when I'm in my car, but that's okay. I know my soul has my back. I know the universe has my back. And when we can really get to that space where we don't need anything to make us happy, that is freedom. And when you're in that vibration, holy cow, everything comes pouring into your life. And it's like every day you have good news to share with your friends. You're like, oh my gosh, I manifested this today, or this happened, or I ran into this person and they bought me this thing. And you just have all of these experiences that are magical, and your life becomes magical. And yes, there's going to be hiccups along the way and challenges, and it's going to test your faith, and it's going to test you to see whether you really are okay on your own. It's going to bring up like old traumas from your past. Like a quick example for me, I have this deep jealousy that lives inside of me. And it's a fear that my intuition will be right about a certain person, and whether they're cheating on me, or whether, what if they pick somebody else that's like, so amazing and beautiful, and then I don't get picked. I have this deep rooted fear that I'm not going to be chosen, and I'm never going to have that love. And I notice it because I'm currently not with somebody, but I see other women and I immediately like get jealous, and I look at their body and I'm like, oh man. And I thought I dealt with that in the past. So it's almost like I think that I need somebody in a partnership to fill that, to make me not feel that way anymore. Because if they tell me they love me, and if they tell me I'm beautiful, then I won't feel that jealousy anymore. But it's actually the opposite. When you call in a partner, it's going to challenge you to face that fear, and you're going to have to look at it, and you're going to have to talk to it, and you're going to have to say, this is something that I'm insecure about. And how can I be whole? How can I be okay with my person physically looking at another woman one day? How can I sit there and not get all worried and not get all scared? And I have to work on that in myself. And I encourage all of you guys to do the same. Is we have to be present with ourselves and know that who we are is special. There's nobody like me. There's nobody like you. And the partners that we choose to manifest into our reality, we want them to recognize that about us. We want them to see the special things about us, and we want them to appreciate it. And if they are looking at another person, we can say, you know what? They don't have the connection that we have. So I don't need to fear that. And guess what? I'm okay if they choose her. I can still be okay. And that's painful for me to even say, but I will still be okay, because maybe they're not meant for me, or maybe they are meant for me. And it's just a phase that we need to go through, or a healing moment, or whatever it is. But either way, I'm going to be okay, because I love myself, and I know that all good things come to me. But there are going to be challenges. So when you're manifesting money, a special person, maybe a new home, you cannot sit around and be fixated on the fact that you need it, or you need this person to make you whole, or you need this money to be happy. You want to be in your car, windows down, dancing, knowing that if anything comes into your reality, you're open to it. Like, yeah, jump in, come on, have fun, let's go, let's ride next to each other. But you're not going to die if nothing shows up. And you're not going to submerge yourself if something does show up. You're not going to abandon your car. Your car it is your truth, it is your joy, it is your happiness. So I hope you enjoyed this message. Release all resistance, release the need, and know that you are okay on your own. You can find that self-love. And it might be challenging, but you can do it. And if you need help, feel free to book a session with me. I am actually about to create a Patreon page for anybody that's looking for a more intimate connection with me It's going to be $11.11 every month, and I'm going to be posting Sunday night readings. We're going to be doing live chats. I'm going to share all of my manifestation stories. So it's going to be like my YouTube channel on crack. It's going to be so much more information in detail. I'm going to have PDFs that you can print out to help you with your manifesting journey. So it's just $11.11 each month to get a deeper look into this manifesting journey with me. So I invite you all to join. I'll leave the link below in my description box. I'm going to start posting on June 1st. So it's just a couple days away. I'm so excited to see you all over there. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.